Hi, this is Tara for HealingCrystals.com, and this is the Zodiac Crystal card reading for the week of September 7th through September 13th. So let's see what the cards have in store for us, or what the cards want to let us know about this week. So the first card that I drew was the Gemini transition card. Again, we're still in a state of transition. It's going to be that way probably for the next couple of weeks until we move into the first day of fall, because once it's like the funny thing about transition is sometimes the worst part is the leading up to it. I don't want to say the worst part, because actually it can be the best part too, but sometimes like the part where there's stress is leading up to it, and then once it happens, then you're starting to get used to things. So we're still in that state where we're moving out of the summer mindset, and we're moving into a fall, cooler weather, more active, more like work active, if you will, time period. So we're in a state of transition, and it's Gemini transition, and the crystal is the snowflake obsidian. I really like snowflake obsidian for any kind of transitions. It's particularly good for like stressful ones, for loss. It can be very comforting, because snowflake obsidian kind of helps you understand, the nature of change and why it's important. And it can make things easier for you. And I think the Gemini energy is really helpful, because it allows you to really use your mind. Gemini is an air sign. It's all about your thoughts and your focus. And Gemini is really great at helping you to develop those and keep them on a steady pace, if you will. So I really like this card for this time of year, the Gemini transition cards. It'll help you focus on where you are right now as well as what's next. So that's the first card. And that card, by the way, that's kind of where you are this week. That's what's going on with you. The second card is going to be your greatest strength and your greatest weakness, and that is going to be the Leo stress card. And the crystal that it's bringing up is aquamarine. This card is really interesting because Venus just began moving forward again. Venus has been retrograde since July. You might have noticed a slowdown in the kinds of areas of your life that Venus rules, like the important things like love and money. That's really when Venus rules. And Venus is in the sign of Leo, and now it's starting to move forward, and that bold Leo energy is really going to help it to take off running, as it's kind of been in a period of rest, a lot like we have been, and now it's going to start moving forward quickly, and you want to be prepared to deal with that energy. And by prepared, I mean recognize opportunities when they come your way. Sometimes the best way to deal with energy is to just go with it. Just be open to it and to go with it. And I think that could be, a real benefit to you right now. Whereas if you're looking for opportunities and then they don't come, or they're not quite what you expected them to be, that can be very stressful. So I think what this card is trying to let us know is it's a good time to kind of release expectations. And just kind of go with what comes your way, and know that it's going to take you to where you want to be. Things always do work out for the best in the end, as long as you believe that, and as long as you have a good attitude about it. So that's how it can be your greatest strength, is stay positive, go with what comes your way, be open to new opportunities. But it could, be a little bit challenging for you if you have very high expectations. If you're like, oh, okay, now everything's great. Now everything's just going to work out exactly the way I want it to. I'm going to get a great job, and I'm going to fall in love. And sometimes it doesn't happen like that. You got to see what comes your way, work with the energy that you can. So that's going to be your greatest strength and your greatest weakness. And then the last card is going to be the surprise that the universe has for us for the week. And that's going to be the Cancer manifestation card. I really like this card. Cancer is all about working with the heart. It's about not only caring for yourself, but caring for those around you. So, as you're going through your week, think about what's going to be best for you, what's going to be best for everybody. And the crystal that's here is the red jasper card, which is perfect for all of the earth energy that we have to work with right now. Red jasper can really help you connect your heart and connect what matters to you to the earth and help you to manifest it and make it become real. So that's what I like for your surprise this week. Think about that energy as you're going about your week. Don't forget to check out the weekly and the daily horoscopes on healingcrystals.com. Have a very happy Labor Day. I'm headed for the beach right now. And enjoy the rest of your week.